Priti Patel tries to save her job by finally ending illegal migration, and Irish citizens beg Northern Ireland to protect them from the European Union. Well, hello everyone and welcome to today's The First program. Tonight's 8 p.m. is going to be a live stream, just a quick heads up. We have a lot to talk about when it comes to the Home Secretary, Priti Patel. As you know, every time we give you an announcement or an update when it comes to migration, we always start by saying, I'll believe it when I see it. But today we have some good news from the Home Office. Before we start, quick reminder to everyone, you have until 12th of April when pubs reopen to use your discount code ThankYou15 for our merchandise. I believe in Britain merchandise, as well as we are the media, because we are the media. And this is just a thank you to all of you who've been supporting us. If you're a member of the channel, as usual, you guys get a bigger discount, 25%. Thank you 15 is 15% off all our merchandise. Members, you guys get a different discount code. Check out the community tab on YouTube for the information. Priti Patel is back to give us the announcement that she announced a few months ago. A while ago, she said that she wants to finally reform the migration system, and we said we'll believe it when we see it. Some sort of announcement will be good, policy work. And she's come back to announce that she's calling it new plan for immigration. This sounds quite good. I know that we've been waiting for something from the Home Office, and I know that we've been criticizing Priti Patel because she's been very slow and she has to take responsibility, but she's come out to give us this announcement, which sounds quite interesting because it's very, very radical. So she wants to deport illegal migrants instantly within 24 hours. This includes anyone entering this country illegally through any route. So whether it's the English Channel or anything else, any place that we have, this is something that's never been done before, at least in recent times. This completely changes the consensus in the political class in terms of the way the system looks at migration. People on the left are completely kicking off on Twitter, calling this plan authoritarian. I mean, stronger borders. I'm not really sure that's authoritarian. That's just protecting your country and your citizens. But this idea that the Sun, Harry Cole in the Sun, and Jonathan Riley interviewed the Home Secretary on this topic to give her finally this announcement we've been waiting for, this policy that she's been promising for a long time now. And I have a few problems with it, but let's talk about the positives, because she's saying that asylum shoppers, she calls them, will be blocked from traveling through safe countries to settle in their preferred destination of the UK. If you're already in France, France is safe. You just stay there, go through your process and see what they say. So that's one issue that we've had, because over the last couple of years, we've had a massive problem with the numbers of illegal migrants using the dinghies and boats to enter the country, and other routes as well. But through the English Channel, it's been a massive problem for the border force. Again, this is the same border force that have been acting as taxis for these people. We had some updates recently where the Home Secretary is now going after the smugglers. That's good, giving them life sentence. So one aspect is giving full life sentence to the people who are responsible for this, the smugglers. And also she's going after these left-wing activist migration legal firms. So not just individual ones, any legal firm that's obviously compromised by these people who are criminals, are now going to be facing challenges from the government. I don't understand why this hasn't been done in the last few years. I mean, technically, regardless of who's in power, whether it's the Labour Party or the Tory Party, this is just common sense. This should have been dealt with years ago. And well, we know that Tony Blair and his government had a different agenda. So of course, don't expect the Labour Party to do anything about this. But the Tories have had since 2010 to do something, from Theresa May being Home Secretary to now Priti Patel. So she's taken her time since 2019, but she's apparently finally acting. Again, we'll wait for the implementation of the policy before giving full credit. Now, the steps that we have is that, as the Home Secretary confirms, firstly, they're going to open more legal routes for those who truly need support, the ones who are truly illegal migrants, political migrants and asylum seekers. So that's the first thing, and that's absolutely right to do that, to make the process more straightforward, transparent, and legal. There should be a queue and process, and that way we could also control the numbers. Secondly, cutting off the smuggling routes across the channel. She's going to be doing that by instantly deporting people within 24 hours. So she's going to change the law in terms of the way human rights works currently in favor of these left-wing activist lawyers. And thirdly, again, making it easier to deport people. So the lawyers who are trying to find last-minute loopholes to stop these deportations, that's going to go as well. So if all these happen, obviously in the next few months, because it's going to take some time, then Priti Patel could become a popular politician once again. So, again, it's going to take some time because that's what Priti herself has said. But why the immigration system needs reform, according to The Sun, is that the Home Office themselves said that 8,500 people arrived in the UK illegally last year. Only last year, 2020, 8,500 people. And 11 smugglers have now been jailed in 2021 since Priti Patel started this operation. Good news. 300 low-level investigations are also currently ongoing. Now, the numbers are there. We know the situation has been bad, but Priti Patel has come out to give us the good news. But she has confirmed that you have to be patient. It's going to take some time. I believe it was part of the quote that she gave to The Sun. Yes, the bottom of the paragraph. This will take time, and I'll be very honest with the British people about this. There's no one quick fix. This is not a short-term, it's true, it's a long-term thing. And finally, politicians are understanding that there is no short-term fix for anything. The problem I have with this, and with the whole political class, is because of our short-termism in politics, because of the way our democracy works, politicians and parties only care about short-term problems and short-term solutions because they only care about the next 5 years. And that's why a lot of things don't get done. And a lot of things just fail through the system because politicians just look for easy and quick point scoring. So this is why certain topics, certain areas like migration, shouldn't be a party or political thing. It should just be part of the establishment, the system, regardless of which party is in power. But that hasn't been done in a long time. So that's why, be skeptical. Because Priti could go the next day and the whole thing could completely collapse. That's the whole problem. Now, the issue with the borders, as we talk about the borders, on the other side, the Irish border, we're seeing a different situation. Citizens of the Republic of Ireland and the European Union are trying to come to Northern Ireland to take jabs because in their own country, thanks to the European Commission and Ursula von der Leyen, they're not allowed to do that. The European Union have all these doses unused, and then they're trying to then ban the exports of the vaccines. God knows why, because 29 million AstraZeneca doses in Italy who've currently been banned from being transferred anywhere else. This political game battle, it continues between. It started being a UK-EU battle. Now it's the EU versus the whole world. And considering the European Union have a new best friend, China, so I'm guessing they're going to have their backing. So this is a big issue right now. And again, the mainstream media are covering this story, but not from every angle. They're trying their best to even criticize the government ministers on this. I have no idea what the UK government have done in this whole situation. For once, Boris Johnson's cabinet haven't done anything wrong. So I'm not really sure why the mainstream media are going after them. In fact, we've had a Prime Minister talking to the 1922 committee of Tory backbenchers in Parliament yesterday, I believe. He said something interesting, but again, he was forced to withdraw the comments. It makes absolutely no sense. This is a big problem. So Boris was talking to the Conservative MPs. He said, the reason we have this success with the vaccines is because of capitalism, because of greed, my friends. He then said that I regret saying it. Forget I said it. Okay, Boris Johnson has always been a sort of character who never apologized. He always believed what he believed, and he was a free market capitalist Thatcherite. And what he said, firstly, is accurate and factual. If it weren't for Big Pharma, or anyone who does anything, any work, producing a product or providing a service, you do it to make money initially. That's part of survival. That's part of life. As part of your salary or the profit for your company, whatever you're selling, initially you go to work, you wake up to make money. That's part of survival. You need to afford food and rent. And part of big pharma, as firms, as companies, is to make money to survive and to then do more investment and come up with new innovation and scientific discoveries. And yeah, big pharma, they love money, and but that greed helps them come up with all these things that they come up with. And so what Boris said is absolutely true. Whether it's right or wrong, that's a whole different debate about the philosophy of socialism and capitalism. But that's just what it is, and they're incentivized to do this. The fact that he was forced, if he felt the pressure to then say, "Oh, actually, I don't mean that." What happened to the real Boris Johnson, who never apologized? Who, when you used to say things like this, people used to say, "Oh, it's controversial," but it's not controversial when it's true. So yeah, I mean, it's a big problem that we have right now. On the other hand, he's luckily brave enough to call out the BBC. He was also talking to the Conservative MPs and decided to slam the BBC for being detached from viewers in this country. So this is a good part, and I just wish that he had this rhetoric with everything else. So he says that I think we need to recognize as a whole that there is a degree of instinctive metropolitan bias in the BBC newsroom. It's pretty clear from the whole Brexit experience, the BBC was pretty detached from what its viewers and listeners, and I hope they move more into line. As I said, the whole thing should change when it comes to common sense, or the lack of it, on the BBC. So I just hope that Boris Johnson could speak like this on every issue rather than just the BBC, because that's a safe one. It's an easy target for him to criticize because he's got these plans to reform the BBC and get rid of the TV license. So that's part of his agenda anyway. But I want him to be proud. If he's a capitalist, be proud. But that's the latest update that we have for you guys. As I said, 8 p.m. We're going to have more updates from today's news, but it's going to be a live stream like last night. So make sure to tune in at 8 p.m. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And don't forget to use your discount code THANKYOU15 to get 15% off of all our merchandise, especially I Believe in Britain, as you can see me and Lacey wearing it in the photo. And members, you guys get 25% discount. If you guys want to be a member, then become a member, because you get a lot of things in return for only £5, cheaper than Netflix and the BBC TV license. You get the weekly Q&A. Obviously, you get all the content here, but you also get the weekly Q&As. Members send questions on Mondays. We have the regular video calls with me and Lacey. In fact, after this program at 6:30, I'm going to have the video call with a number of members. And we have just launched our new weekly newsletter each Sunday, which we send out. For the members, you also have to sign up to the newsletter, because we don't gather your contact details. It just goes to YouTube. So make sure to sign up to the newsletter. The link is in the community tab on YouTube. But yeah, I'll probably just basically just go and do the Zoom call, get ready for the 8 p.m. Live stream, and talk to you guys there. Thanks again for watching. I'm Maya TC, and I'll see you guys at 8 p.m.